Okay, hey guys, welcome to our Team Bling weekly meeting. So tonight I wanted to start off with, since I just started the recording, wanted to start off with just talking to you guys about the importance of showing up, because we all know that when you show up, your paycheck goes up, right? So I had a couple of devotionals, or not devotionals, little excerpts from my personal development that I really found were actually they were pertaining to what we're going through as far as a team. So some of you heard some of these other ones earlier, so pardon me for repeating if this is the second time you're hearing it. Let me see, where'd the one go? Okay, so one thing I wanted to focus on tonight was talking to you guys about how important it is that when you commit to this business and when you commit to really wanting to focus, I don't care if you don't have any money and you're completely broke right now, you can still work your business. When I started this business, I didn't even have the $99 to get started, but I sold a few things to be able to pay for it. And then I put it on a credit card and I got a couple of the products to get started because I knew, how can I be believable if I'm not using some of the products? And then from there, it was like, okay, well, now what am I supposed to do? Because I can't afford to put any more money back into my business right now. I need to make back the money that I initially invested. And so I figured out right away, I need to make every day important. Something about every single day. And I don't honestly remember where I heard it from, where I got the inspiration from. I just know that everything that we do can be made important. And when you take on this business or any kind of direct sales business, people look to you for many things. They look to you for help, that you're helping people, that you're genuinely wanting to help people. They're looking to you for guidance. They're looking to you for motivation. They're looking to you for inspiration, okay? And they're looking to see you fail. A lot of people are not watching because they can't wait for you to succeed. They're waiting for you to fail. And it's up to us to make sure that we prove them wrong and keep them following along with us, because eventually they're going to crumble and they're going to say, okay, I give. Tell me all about it, okay? So something that and of course, if you guys know me at all, you know that this is like my favorite personal development book ever. It is like the binding is already getting done. I've only been in business for 8 months, you guys, and this book is already getting tattered and torn. So I've read a lot of this a couple of times. Sorry, I have to get our internet checked out. I don't know why it keeps saying it's unstable. So I wanted to read this short little excerpt from the John Maxwell Daily Reader. It says, anything we do can be made important. Sound familiar? So most moments in life become special only if we treat them that way. The average day is only average because we don't make it something more. The most excellent way to elevate an experience is to give it our best. That makes it special. An average conversation becomes something better when you listen with great intent and interest. A common relationship transforms when you give it uncommon effort. An unremarkable event becomes something special when you spice it up with creativity. You can make anything more important by giving it your best. Commit to give this day and every day your very best. So even if, let's say the weather is crappy as all get out outside. There's storms, it's raining, you can't get somewhere to go out and go blitzing. Make the best of the day. Find a way to still plug your business, plug the products, talk to people, inspire people. You know what? When the first thing that comes to mind as I'm saying this, if it's raining and storming outside and it's the middle of a day, first thing that comes to mind is I post something about a rainbow. That there's like after the storm, what happens? It calms and it gets beautiful again. You can kind of attribute that to life, and that can be sort of, like you can make that into something, make that into a really creative post about how, like life, there's always storms in life, but you know what? Eventually the storm dies down, it fades out, and the sun comes back out. Not to try to go all Annie and Daddy Warbucks or anything, but the sun will come out tomorrow, So try to make the best of every single day. try to make the best of every situation. You know, you're not always going to be in the best. Not everyone is in the best spot financially right now to be able to reinvest it back in their business, you know, as far as for business cards or buying, you know, maybe some people can't even afford to continue buying products right now. They can't run their auto ship. That's okay. There's no prejudgment there. Okay. But what's really important is that you don't let what's going on in your personal life bleed out onto your Facebook if that's what you're using to promote your business. Because people, again, they're looking to you for inspiration, motivation. They're wanting you to fail. They're wanting to see you post the drama because that they know that if you allow that drama and the negative and the political stuff to bleed onto your business, that your business is going to take that hard crash too. People are going to start, and here's why. I'm not saying you're not entitled to your opinions on politics or religion or, you know, schooling, public, private, homeschooling, whatever. You guys, we all have buttholes and we all have opinions. Okay? It's plain and simple. But here's the thing. You are entitled to all of your opinions. You are entitled to believe whatever you believe. And I'm not going to love or like you guys any more or any less for them. The important thing is, though, is that you keep those off of your Facebook. I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But what I am going to tell you is, as soon as you make those political or sexual orientation posts or anything like that, anything about, you know, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white, brown, Asian. I don't care if you believe in God or not. But when you start putting that stuff on your Facebook, after when you're doing a business, what happens is you're only appealing to certain people. Okay. So let's say you're a Trump supporter and you post about Trump. People now associate you with liking Trump. So everyone that's against Trump, no one's going to even look at your business stuff. They're not even going to give you the time of day. Okay. Same way as if you post something about, let's say like, this person is a Mormon and this person is a Christian, and you two get into, like, you make a post about being a Mormon and somebody disagrees with you. I don't care what religion you are. That is your personal preference, okay? You live your life according to the way you want to live it. I do the same with mine. But if you notice, I don't post any of that stuff on my page, because when people do that, you will notice that their business is going to take a huge nosedive. Because again, you get someone over here that's talking, oh, I'm a Christian, and this person over here says, oh, I'm a Sorry, guys. For some reason, my internet is crazy. Okay, so anyway, so let's just go back to the whole Trump and Hillary or whatever thing, just as an example, because I really don't care. Okay, honestly, political reasons, I really don't care at this point. It's all in God's hands. But anyway, so let's say you're a Trump supporter, okay, and you let that be known on your Facebook where you are trying to build your business. You put that on Instagram where you're trying to build your business, okay? Or you get into discussions out in public where you're wearing your It Works gear and you're trying to promote your business or the products. Guess what's going to happen? The people that like Trump, they're going to want to talk to you. But the people that don't, because now they know what your position is, they're not going to have anything to do with you. And guess what? It cuts your market down very, very small. Okay? And you're going to have to find a whole new network of people to market the products in the business to. So that's why. It's not that I care. I don't care either way. I love you all. I don't care what your political position are. I don't care what your belief in religion is, okay? What I care about is I want you to be able to grow your business. And if you post anything, any, drama, girl, let me tell you, I have had some major drama going on in my personal life, okay? As far as with, not like in my house, but with family and financial stuff going on with lawyers and all this other stuff. But you guys would never know that because I don't post it on my Facebook. Now, if you talked to me a year ago, oh my gosh, hell yeah, I used Facebook as my way to vent, okay? It was like my online virtual diary. I told the world everything. I used it to vent. It was my way to vent things, so I didn't bottle them up. But as soon as I started this business, I knew that I could not, vent those things out. So if you have those issues or anything like that you need to talk about, find someone that you can confide those things into, or just use the voice memo thing on your phone and just air out your grievances to yourself so you don't ruin your business. Because a lot of that, I've seen a lot of people that have come to me and said, well, I used to order from, or I was thinking about ordering from this person or joining this person's team, but then I saw her posting about all this stuff, and she was cursing on her Facebook, and she was this and that and the other, and I thought that's because, you know, it's not that I'm portraying to be somebody that I'm not on Facebook, because I'm not. I'm just not putting my political and my religious views. I'll put my religious beliefs. I mean, I'm a Christian, and there's no shame in my game. But I don't get involved in any of the political stuff. I don't get involved in any type of debates. I don't like or comment on people's posts or anything about that. I just don't do it. And you know what? I'm a police wife. So is Jenny. I'm not out there posting anything negative or positive about police, because first of all, I don't want a lot of people knowing. You know, because that puts me and Jenny in danger too. But I don't comment on a lot of that stuff. And a lot of me and Jenny's friends are other police wives. So we have to be really careful how we respond to certain things so that we don't scare away business. And we don't get people, you know, like cop haters. You know what I mean? So there's reasons why I say that when I say that. It's not because I'm like, okay, well, you're on my team, so you have to run your business this way. Absolutely not. Because how I run my business is going to be completely different from how Chris and Bobby run theirs, or how Michelle or Jenny run theirs, or how Tessie might run hers. You know, it's all totally different. And that's why we make such a great team, because we all bring something different to the table. So, or if you guys remember, does anybody remember what the challenge was for last week? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you remember. Nobody remembers what the challenge was from last week.
Dream boards.
Yep. And who got their dream board done?
Me.
Where is it? Where's your dream board?
Hanging up.
Tessie, I saw yours. You posted yours.
Did we post ours?
You guys posted yours actually a couple of weeks ago. You guys did yours a while back.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Megan's kind of MIA. I just see track lighting. So I can tell you, her phone is sitting on the bar in her kitchen/living room because those lights are hot. Her phone's probably going to overheat sitting there for very long. So Megan, if you can hear me, you should probably move your phone away from those lights, because those lights, when I was helping you move, are super hot. Okay, so anyway. All right, so there was that. And then there was also, so I need to put this over with Jenny's pile. Okay, so there was also another thing. I had asked for you guys to make a post on your page asking for, there you go, asking for you guys to try to get people to become an online party host for you. I know that some people tried, didn't get any hits on it. That's okay. But Jenny and I, not to toot my own horn, but toot, me and Jenny were rocking it out this last week. Jenny got, I want to say, a total of like 9 people that showed interest. So far, we've done 4 online parties. The one online party, we actually had a potential distributor of mine, and we did the party for her. We were able to help her get her first 4 wraps sold through that party. We were able to, as soon as she joins, as soon as she gets the money collected from all those people this weekend, she's going to be joining. And then she's already got, because of that party, she's already got 4 people that are going to order from her as soon as she joins, and 2 people. For sure 1. Hopefully we talked the other one into it. Probably 2 people that are going to be joining her team as soon as she joins. So when I say that these online parties are worth the time, I promise you they really, really are. And it doesn't have to be a Facebook Live. Not one of the parties that Jenny and I have done with the last 4 parties have been Facebook Live at all. They are completely old school, went back to the old original way of doing parties, because I asked for everyone to give me their feedback after the parties. And everyone said it was way easier because if they came in and they couldn't get into the live video at the very beginning, they'd come in at a certain point and they didn't have any idea what we had already talked about. They'd have to wait for the live to be over and go back and watch the recording. And not everybody wants to sit through a 45-minute or a 20-minute video and then another 20-minute video to hear about the products and then the business. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and see if we can try with the old school method and see how that works. Because when I first started with this business, that's what was really helping me get success. I literally signed my first 6, I can't remember honestly, maybe it's dyslexia, I don't know. It was either 6 customers in 8 days or 8 customers in 6 days. I think it was my first 6 customers in 8 days. But it's because I did an online party every single day. And then I had my launch party. 2 launch parties actually back to back. So I thought, let's go back to the basics. We've been talking about that, doing that as a team for the last couple weeks. And holy crap. Now, I can't really say that this is like how we're going to do it every single week. But I think Jenny, I can speak for Jenny and I, that it worked really, really well. We had, even though with Facebook Live videos, you can see how many people are watching and have viewed it, you don't get a lot of interaction. Except for from other distributors. We were finding that with our parties, other people were actually commenting, and because they knew they had to comment, they had to tag the distributor who invited them in order to be entered into the contest. And another thing I was told that people really loved was the fact that we called it a free online giveaway or a free giveaway event. And that's what initially attracted people to hop onto the party and say yes to getting an invite. And then they hopped on, and then they were intrigued because we kept the posts going. And so what I did was I would make a post. Oh no, Megan's phone died. Can somebody message her and tell her that I said it's fine. It's being recorded. Well, she can watch the recording later. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. Okay, so anyway, so when I asked for everyone's feedback, they had said, number one, it was nice because they could go through and they could read as they wanted. They could take their time to read the post and look at the pictures, look at the comments. So while I was making the posts, Jenny was going through there and she was liking, she was commenting, she was posting her own before and after pictures under products. She was posting her own testimonial under products that she's used, which is most of them now. And she was helping to answer questions. So that is why it is so good when we do those kind of parties, because I can just continue to copy and paste from my files. What I want to put is the posts. They're numbered. There's a picture. I've got it all in order, so I don't have to stop and answer questions. And this was the first time Jenny's helped out with parties, and she has literally helped me nonstop for the last 4 parties we've done in 2 days now, 24 hours, something like that. It's been crazy. We even did one today at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And Jenny, you want to say what your initial thought was on how the party went?
It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I was trying to catch up, watch it, all while I had parents here. I didn't see anybody commenting, but
yeah,
apparently we're no.
Yeah, well, what happened was Jenny was commenting and trying to like on the posts as I was making them. We had put it out there. Nobody responded to invitations. I had one person that said she would come to the party. It was just the online party. And I didn't even see her commenting or anything for quite a while. And then I had one other girl that did show up onto the online party. She was liking like every post. She's already a current loyal customer. She's considering joining. So I was like, when Jenny sent me that message in the middle of the party, I'm thinking, nope, I'm going to hang in there. Because you know what? That's how my launch party was. I had 2 launch parties, and I only had 1 guest show to each one. I had tons of people said they were going to be here, and only had 1 person show up to each launch party, Saturday and then Sunday. But I signed both of them as loyal customers. So I'm like, even if it is a 35 minutes out of my day and Jetty's day, if that's something to solidify someone's decision to join or not to join, it's worth it. And lo and behold, at the end of the party, I had someone who I didn't even invite. She was one of my friends, but because I made that party public, everybody could see it. So she saw it, she commented on it, asking questions about the greens. And then I had another girl that she was I literally ended up with like 9 messages after the party. By the time, before I had to leave to run to my nail guy tonight, there was literally, I had 9 people that had messaged, and only a couple of people had even commented in the party at all. Most of it was me and Jenny. But that just goes to show you, again, people are always watching. But for some reason, sometimes people are scared to let you know, hey, I was watching or whatever. They don't want to let it be known on a public forum. Now, one thing that we did notice too was the 3 parties prior to this afternoon's party, because we were doing them at different times. So we did like the ones yesterday were like, I don't remember, 7 and 8:30.
7:30, I think, and then 9.
Maybe
around that time frame.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. And then today we did one at 2 Central, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And there was like nobody,
Yeah,
so we wanted to try the different time frames to try to, the 2 o'clock to try to catch those stay-at-home moms and dads. But the difference was the first 3 parties, we actually made those private. I don't remember what time we did Nikki's. Nikki's was at night, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, hers was later.
I think hers was at like 9 or 9:30.
Yeah.
So we did Nikki's the night before last, and then we did 2 last night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made all 3 of those. We made those private events. So the only people that could see those posts or comment or anything were people that had been physically invited to the party. They had to be invited in order to see the posts. So today.
Now, can we go back? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can we go back and make them public or now or no?
I believe I can, but I have to do it from I would have to do it from my desktop. So I have to
Do you think it would help to make those public?
It might, but that's kind of why I wanted to do that little experiment and do the first few private, and then we did the one at 2 o'clock. We did that one public.
Oh, okay.
Because we got quite a bit of a response. I mean, Nikki's party was very productive, and it was a private event.
Mm-hmm. And she's still commenting today, I don't know if you've seen, yeah. She said she's trying to get a whole bunch of people to, at least look at it as long as we have it up.
Right. Well, plus we're going to do, because I had told everyone we would keep it up until Sunday, and then I would do the drawing for the free wrap for her party on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing for Christy's party. So, but yeah, so if you've got, let's say you've got someone that's a potential distributor, this is a great way to do a party. You can do a party for them, ask them to be the host, and then you do an online party. And then if you guys if you weren't a part of that party, if you haven't seen it, let me know. I can send you an invite to one of the parties so you can see how I integrated asking them for the wraps, asking if they would like to try one wrap for $25. And that's how we got Nikki's wraps pre-sold for her, because we made her the hostess, the special host. And then at the very end of the party, I asked, if you guys have been to any of my online parties, I always ask, do you have any questions? And then the very next post after that, I did something kind of like, okay, so you guys got to ask your questions. Now it's time for me to ask my burning question. And then the picture was a picture of flames. And I said, who would be willing to try a wrap? Now that you've heard about it, who would be willing to try a wrap or facial for just $25? And then it was like a couple of people commented, and then more people messaged, and it was like, okay, why didn't we do this before to help these potential distributors get their wraps pre-sold? So this is going to be the new way that I'm going to suggest that if you have anyone that is on the fence about joining, or they want to join, they just don't have the money, get them in front of me. We'll get on a Zoom with the 3 of us, and we'll I'll talk to them about the benefits of them hosting an online party. They can get a free wrap, and we can help them get their first 4 wraps pre-sold for them, and do like what we just did for our soon-to-be distributor this weekend, Nikki. And we've already got her first 4 customers lined up for her. Guess what, guys? That means steps 1 and steps 2 are going to be complete this weekend. And then all we got to do is get her distributors on, which she's already got 1, maybe 2. She's already going to be charted for executive right after she joins on. So I think that this is going to be something that's really going to help. And people love parties. They love to get something for free. And if they know just for hosting, they're going to get a free wrap, especially if they join and we get their first 4 wraps pre-sold for them, they can use that free wrap they're getting just for hosting to be a product of the product and have their own before and after pictures and results to share with people before they even join, before they even get their kit. And boom, it's going to really build business. So I think this is going to be a really, really great way to grab those people. When you hear them say, I would love to give it a shot, but I don't have the money right now. Boom. Do you have, when would you be able to talk with me and my upline for about, 10 minutes? What night can I tell her to set this up? And just let's get them on a Zoom. Let's get them on a 3-way call. And I'll help you seal the deal just to ask them to host an online party. Or you can go with it and say, well, let me ask you this. What if I said I would give you a free wrap to try if you just hosted an online party for me and you invited your friends and family? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you yes. And then we will work the party and we'll help them get their first 4 wraps sold. And then guess what? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, how did you just sell my first 4 wraps? Like, they're already going to get the money to start their business, and they're going to get a free wrap to already get on themselves. Whether it's a man or woman, doesn't matter. They can do their neck, their arms, their back. You guys know where we can use the wraps. So it's a great way to really incentivize people that are really wanting to join, especially right now before Saturday, before Saturday night. So granted, I'm having a party here at my house tomorrow night, and I will be on the road and kind of in and out on Saturday because we're going to be spending the day in Chicago. But that doesn't mean I don't have time to get on a quick 5-10 minute 3-way phone call and say, okay, let's get a party set up for you, because I can do a party. We can do a party in literally about 35 minutes and we can get those wraps pre-sold for them. Especially if they get people that are local that want to try a wrap or facial, they can get that money. They can go ahead and charge it on their credit card, and they know that come Monday morning, they can pay that money back on their credit card right away. So those are just some ideas. Did anybody, let's see. Okay, Megan had to hop off. Jessica's at work. I need to get back with her. She said she might be able to go. Michelle, I know that you said you can't go to Chicago, right?
Yeah, I don't have anyone to watch Axel.
Okay. Hope.
Yeah, I know. It's only for a few hours, too.
I know. All right. The reason I'm asking is because I was given, for those that don't know, I was actually given the opportunity from a sideline sister who cannot go to the 1 Team 1 Mission in Chicago this weekend. She offered to give me her 2 tickets. And I'm like, yeah, that's only like a 5.5 hour drive for me. I'm there, totally. So I had offered it up in the team thread today. If anyone that was local or not local, if you wanted to meet up there, if you're not local, fine. If you are local, if you want to go, I've got 1 extra ticket, and you are more than welcome to go. I'm already driving up there, so I'll pay for the gas. There's already a hotel room that's already paid for. We're going to take a cooler of snacks and drinks and all that good stuff. And if you have never been to a Networks event, oh my goodness, you're going to be glad you went. So I will message out to you guys, or just message me privately if you're interested, because I'm taking Braylee with me. So it's going to be awesome. There's an indoor-outdoor pool at the hotel. That's pretty awesome. We're going to spend the day Saturday sightseeing. So we're going to be leaving early Saturday morning so we can have most of the day on Saturday to just kind of enjoy Chicago and hang out. So, all right. So one last thing. Mute that back out real quick. All right. One last thing before we hop off of here is I wanted to, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Okay. So we kind of talked about earlier about, well, no, I take that back. It was on the elite call, but we've talked in the past about how we all come to a standstill sometimes in our business, where things just kind of come to a halt, and we don't know why. If we slow down in our business, or if the business just slows. A lot of people say business slows in the summertime. It's not the business. I mean, I haven't been in business for 2 summers or anything. This was my first summer, but I can tell you right now, it's not the business that slows, it's the people, it's the distributors that slow down, because we get preoccupied with summer activities and camping and, you know, going and doing fun stuff and swimming and spending time outdoors because we're cooped up in hibernation in the wintertime, right? So I just kind of wanted to just kind of give you guys a little bit of self-improvement. Like, you guys know I'm huge on personal development, obviously. It's been so big for me. So I kind of wanted to touch upon that really quickly and tell you about if you want your business to grow, you have to understand the importance of personal development and constantly building yourself up, constantly pouring into yourself, not just into your team, not just into the people around you, but you have to give yourself time, and you have to make sure that you realize that you are worth that time. So, and if you are doing the self-development, people are going to start to notice that too through your everyday walk of life, what you're posting on Facebook, what you're talking about in person, how you're even carrying yourself as a person when you're out in public. People are going to know if there's something good or bad going on in your life by how you're, you know, just walking through life. If you're walking through and you're, you know, kind of like this and your shoulders are slumped, you know, then people are going to notice that. That's why people ask you, is something wrong? Are you okay? But if you're standing there and you have your shoulders back and your head's lifted and you're kind of got a smile on your face, I know it sounds kind of silly, but people are going to notice that. You know what I mean? And it's how you carry yourself. And a lot of times people can't physically see that unless you're Facebook Live 24/7 and people can walk around and follow you your entire day and night, right? So how do we explain that and how do we show that with social media? And that's through what we post, what we portray to people. You don't want to be somebody that, you don't want to try to portray yourself as somebody that you're not, but you always want to be improving. You know, one of my favorite sayings, and it sounds kind of silly that I'm saying it's one of my favorite sayings and I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's something like, you know, you can't be perfect, but what you can do is you need to work on being a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. Always try to be improving upon the person that you were yesterday, because you know what? Tomorrow is a new day. You know, today is a new day. Tomorrow is going to be another day. You can always better yourself. So here's a little something I'm going to read to you really quickly. And I'm going to give you a couple quick tips and then we're going to hop off. So here's how this goes. So we live in a society with destination disease. I kind of like that. Too many people want to do enough to arrive, and then they want to retire. My friend Kevin Myers said it this way: everyone is looking for a quick fix, but what they really need is fitness. Okay, and not in the physical sense. People who look for fixes stop doing what's right when pressure is relieved. People who pursue fitness do what they should, no matter what the circumstances are. So people who are constantly improving themselves make 3 processes an ongoing cycle in their lives. So here are the 3 cycles, okay? Or the 3 processes. Number 1 is preparation. Self-improving team players think about how they can improve today. Not some far off time in the future, not in a couple of minutes, but right now. When they get up in the morning, they ask themselves, what are my potential learning moments today? When can I learn something new? Then they try to seize those moments. And at the end of the day, they ask themselves, what have I learned today that I need to learn more about tomorrow? Number 2, the second process is contemplation. I recently came across the following statement. If you study the lives of the truly great individuals who have influenced the world, you will find that in virtually every single case, they spent considerable amounts of time contemplating, meditating, listening. Time alone is essential to self-improvement. So take time, like in number 1, preparing yourself. Prepare yourself every day. What am I going to do today to make today better than yesterday? I don't care if you had, excuse my language, but the shittiest day yesterday. What can you do today to make today better than yesterday, even if only by a little bit? You want to always try to prepare yourself. How can I change what happened yesterday to change it up in my life so that doesn't happen again today, and today can be just a little bit better, okay? And then with contemplation, think about how are you going to do that, okay? Think about it. Kind of like think before you speak. And then number 3, the third process is application. Applying what you've learned is sometimes difficult because it requires change, and we all hate change, right? Most people change only when one of 3 things happened. See if this sounds familiar. They hurt enough that they have to. They learn enough that they want to because now they're eager. Or they receive enough that they're able to, and now they're content, okay? Your goal is to keep learning so that you want to change for the better every single day. Learn something new today and every day. Reflect on what you have learned and apply it as soon as possible. So that is my personal development message for you guys for this week. And here's what I'm going to challenge you guys to do. I'm going to give you a couple little tips, and I want to see you guys incorporating them into your business. And of course, as always, this is never a requirement. I don't ever want you guys to feel like anything that I say is a requirement that you have to do it. It's simply meant to just help you build your business because these are the things that have helped me to grow my business, okay? So one thing I want you to do is I want you to set a time frame that you're going to post. Because what do we always say? Raise your hand if you know what the C word is that I'm looking for. What's one of the most important things that you need to be in this business? Jenny?
Consistent.
Yes, consistent. Consistency is so stinking important, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to write yourself out a timeline. I don't care if you work a regular 9 to 5. I don't care if you work at home. I don't care if you don't work and you just work it. It works, okay? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to make yourself a timeline. I want you to pick 5 different times of the day that you're going to post on social media, okay? Just 5 times. 3 of those times, I want those to be about your personal. It can be a picture of your pet, you and your kids, you and your spouse. It can be about the food that you made for dinner or for lunch. It can be what adventure you went on today, what your plans are for the weekend, or something you're saving up for, maybe something for your dream board. The other 2, one needs to be about a product. Pick one product, different product every day. You need to pick a product of the day, okay? So guys, if you haven't caught on yet, I'm kind of giving you your 6 list, okay, for the next week. All right, so one post is going to be about the product. So pick a different product every single day, okay? And just post one post about that product. The second post is going to be about the business. If you haven't been in business for very long and you hadn't made any money with It Works Global yet, that's okay. Just make it about the business. Give it your why. Tell us your why. Why did you join this business? Tell your story. And I want you to do that every single day for the next week. And here's why. Consistency. People know they can find something motivational, something inspirational, something that is about you. They get to learn you. They get to figure out what kind of a person you are. And they get to it's kind of like you're letting them delve into your life just a little bit more. When people get to learn you, guess what that's doing? That's helping to form those things that we call are so important all the time, which are relationships. So when you're doing that, you're allowing people to get to know you more, whether you're realizing it or not, you're building relationships with people. Okay? And then people are going to really be drawn in. You're going to start to get followers. You're going to start to get people who are wanting to learn more. They're more open and honest about what their health and wellness goals. They're going to be more open when you send them that cold message, okay? When technically it'll be a warm market for you because they're getting to know you. So that's what your job is for this week, is every day to make 5 posts. Now, if you work during the day and you can't make those 5 posts, okay, you don't want to make them at the same time. So here's what you can do. Again, if you guys aren't sure, I don't even know who this says. I just got a message from someone that says, do you have a private group for your It Works? I would love to see a more in-depth view of the products and what they've done for you. And any way that I can support you on your journey. You are truly an inspiration. See, I don't even know who this Eden Ritchie is, but isn't that awesome? Like, I love getting stuff like that. Aww. Okay. So take and pick your 5 posts that you're going to do. Pick one product for the day. Aw, look at Axel. Hi, Axel. And then as far as posting, pick 5 different times during the day. And on my YouTube channel, if you're not sure how to use them, there are apps called Hootsuite. I use the one called Every Post, and I show you how to use those. And then you can schedule those posts. So you can literally take 5 minutes a day, and you can plan out all 5 of those posts. And then you don't have to post on social media the rest of the day. The app will do it for you. So even if you get super, super busy, I literally can spend, I don't use the app all the time, but when I know I'm going to be busy like this weekend, I can plan out my posts, spend about 10 minutes, and I can plan out the next 4 to 5 days worth of posts. And if I forget to post, it's okay, because I know that the app is going to do it for me. And you want to pick 5 different times of the day. So let's say you do between 7 and 9, do something around lunchtime, do something in the afternoon, and then definitely do something at like dinner time, and then maybe late at night. But again, you don't have to be awake when it posts. You want to know a little secret too that I've been finding out with this new leadership group I've kind of just, I don't know how we even formed it. It's just 4 of us sideline people. Oh my gosh, you know what we just came to realize in the last like week? We don't get anything on Instagram until after 11 o'clock at night. Between 11 and 3, that's when we get all messages. People respond like crazy if you're posting between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. I don't know why. That's just how it's been working. Because we've really been, me and these other 3 leaders have really been trying to figure out, okay, where's the market? When is the market? And it's the younger crowd. It's the 20 to 25-year-old crowd we're finding. And it's from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. for some reason. So I literally have posts that are going to, you know, Instagram or Twitter, like just during those certain times. So we're learning how to, there's a new app we're actually trying to figure out how to do that with it, where it's just Instagram, because we're trying to find different posts to make on different social media platforms. But definitely try a different one out. I will say, I have been completely impressed with everyone though, continually. I know that it's, especially like for Tessie, I know that with you going back to school, with school being back in session, it's harder for you. But you know, one thing you could always do, I thought about this the other day and I meant to message you about it, but I had an idea for you that maybe you could put, if you haven't already, which you're a genius enough with this business already, that you've probably already done it and thought about it, but maybe you could put a couple catalogs in the teacher's lounge. And then one thing I had thought about doing too was like at the police department my husband works at, or even at the hospital where he works, putting a little wicker basket together, just a small one, and having samples of the greens on the go and stapling my business card to it, or doing like the labels like Bobby and Chris have done. And then just putting a little sign on the front that says, free samples, please take one. You know, and maybe make a little, you know how they have those clear picture frames like at the dollar store for $1, where you can just slide a picture in it and it just stands there? Print something out, or even just handwrite it and says, do you need energy? Do you struggle staying awake in the late afternoons? Do these kids really get to you and you just need something? You know, you could really, I mean, you really honestly, you could do that, and you could have like a box of greens, or you could say, like you put out like your business card, or you could put your name and say, text me, I need energy, or something like that, and I'll give you a free sample, because in that way you'll get their number, you know? So there's some ideas. And then if you guys ever need any other ideas, like depending on where you work or where you go, where you have a spouse that works, I would love to kind of collaborate and come up with some new and different ways that we can help to really market the products and even the business wherever you're working. If there's like work functions, cookouts, things like that, maybe you can offer to buy some bottled water and offer a greens on the go, you know, like tied with a ribbon around it or something. Cases of water are like $3. but you can literally punch a hole in the end or just tape a thing of greens on the go to the water bottle and hand them out, you know. So if you guys ever have anything like that you need help with, you want any kind of suggestions, how or where you can put out samples, I'm actually going to be putting something out, a leads box. I can give you guys the website if you want. It's like a cardboard box like you see at where like people try to get money for fundraisers and things like that. I think I paid $2 or $3 a box to come as a flat piece of cardboard, and you just follow the little instructions to fold it up, and then I decorated mine. And I'll grab one real quick to show you. Okay, so this one still needs a Blitz card on the front, but this is what they have, a little slot here for business cards. Okay, and then you can decorate this side. You can write something on the side, but this is where I'm going to put a Blitz card right here in the center. So it's really eye-popping. So this will be for like vendor shows because it's more attractive. And then I have this plain one. This will be like one for a business. So this I just wrote take one on here, and this will have my business cards in it. And then this I just put a Blitz card. So nothing super fancy. And then I just take there, you can get a 3-pack of little cardboard notepads from the dollar store. And then you can take and just fit them in under this little thing here. Poke a hole, tie a string or a ribbon around a pen, and there you go. You've got your entry forms, and it's got a little slit right here that they can slide their little entry forms into. So these things were super inexpensive. I think the shipping on them I got 3 of them. I think they were like, I think it was like $7 or $8 for 3 of them. But it cost me like $25, I think, with shipping. Shipping was really stupid for some reason. But it was under $30. So, and then you get to decorate them however you want. You can get them in brown. You can get them in white. I got them in black because I thought the black would make our stuff pop a little better. I can always make that an incentive gift too. I can always order more of those and decorate them up for you. And I can offer those as incentive prizes for some of our team challenges. So getting back to the team challenges really quickly, make your 5 posts per day. Continue to support each other as far as liking and commenting on each other's posts. I will pick a random winner next week for a prize. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a poster board, and I'm going to write what the prizes are, and then I'm going to put little pieces of paper taped on there that has a number, and then you're just going to pick a number, and we'll rip that piece. When you pick a number, we'll do it live on the team Zoom, and then whatever number you pick, I'll rip that piece of paper off, and whatever's underneath it, that's what your prize will be. Okay? So that way it's like totally random, and it might be like a $10 gift, it might be a $50 gift, you never know. And for every person that signs a distributor this week, it's going to get you 1 number. So you'll get a tear off. So you'll get a gift for every distributor that you bring on just this week. If you bring on a distributor for the BOGO deal before it ends, you're going to get 2 punches. So you'll get 2 numbers that you can draw. Okay? All right, so because Jenny was the only one that was able to get anyone to host an online party, well, Jenny, you have your choice because I don't have the board made up yet. You have your choice of either a $10 gift card to like a restaurant of your choice, like, I don't know, Chipotle, McDonald's, whatever, or I don't know. What about, how about some catalogs? Your choice.
You're unmuted. Catalogs.
All right, cool. I will add the catalogs then to your ever expanding box of goodies that you're getting. So congratulations. And guys, seriously, like, I'm so excited because, like I said, last week Jenny won the $50 shopping spree to the work store. So she requested business cards and this awesome water bottle. So she's really racking up some gifts. But as you guys saw, I mean, I showed you guys what I had in my gift cabinet last weekend, and I just added another huge box of goodies to that. I'm super excited about this one because I kind of want to enter, and I sort of kind of want to win this one because I love it. I want this Bling license plate cover thingy so bad. So if it comes up missing on the prize chart, I don't know what happened. No, I'm kidding. For real. I won't be selfish. I'll keep it out there. So anyway, you guys saw we have tons of goodies all wrapped up. I've got some shirts. I have some water bottles. I have some personal development CDs. Oh my goodness. We've got some shirts. Oh my gosh. So we have tons of stuff up for grabs, you guys. So be working your business this week. And like I said, for every distributor you bring on from now until our meeting next week, you'll get to pick one number. If you sign a distributor or any amount of distributors between now and Saturday and they get in on the BOGO deal, for every distributor you sign under the BOGO deal, that's 2 numbers. So you could potentially win a whole buttload of stuff. So